Hi, A is for Anxiety Community. My name is Aubrey, and I am a yoga and fitness instructor. And I also suffer from anxiety, as I would argue most human beings do. Actually, one of the reasons I became a yoga instructor was when I was in my 20s. I worked in the advertising and marketing industry, and I was so stressed out by work and questioning everything. Why am I doing this? What is the meaning behind this? I would literally escape from the office every Wednesday evening and race to my local yoga studio in Union Square in New York City at the time. And it was my saving grace. It was my catharsis. I would move, I would sweat, I would listen to yoga philosophy, I would do breath work, and then I would go to dinner with my friends afterwards. And it's something that I really looked forward to every week. And it kind of lifted me out of that heaviness that I was in at the time. For me, movement, exercise, connecting to the body is such a helpful tool in countering anxiety. Um, and for many people, I would argue, movement practice, breath practice, meditation practice, it's all very, very similar. It's all ways to connect. The word yoga means to connect. How do we join together the many paradoxes of life? How do we make sense of the fact that we're never in control? In Buddhism, the first noble truth, and if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it, but the first noble truth is life is suffering. I know that sounds bleak, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to sound empowering. If we know that the human condition, part of the human condition, is suffering, why do we suffer? We suffer because we want to control. We want to control a world that is uncontrollable. The human condition is to want to control. The desire to control is so intense. And in all honesty, there's very little in life that we can control. So just knowing that is such an amazing and empowering first step in any sort of mindful meditation that will help you with anxiety. Let's start with talking about one of the best tools possible, your breath. Now, you've heard this over and over again. What's with the breath work? It's boring, it's tedious. Resonance breathing, or box breathing, we'll call it. It's just a way of breathing deeply and allowing your body and your mind and your nervous system to settle. It's a technique used across the board. It's not just in yoga. Doctors prescribe resonance breathing, even for COVID patients right now. It's so interesting to know. Clearing the lungs, right? That's where the need for ventilators comes in, when the lungs get stuck. So even just as a preventative mean, breathing in deeply, resonance breathing, looking at a clock or a timer and trying to take 6 breaths within 1 minute, or working with a simple breath count, inhaling 1, 2, 3, pause, exhaling 3, 2, 1, pause, can be super effective. And we'll come back to that. Box breathing is also used in the military. So it's not just for, people meditating and practicing yoga. It is across the board 100% known to be effective if it's practiced, of course. So what does deep breathing do? It helps to strengthen the prefrontal cortex of the brain. This is the part of the brain that's in charge of memory, executive decision making, compassion, emotion, focus. It also soothes the parasympathetic nervous system, rest, digest. It's the opposite of fight or flight. When you feel a panic or an anxiety attack coming on, you automatically feel that the breath becomes rapid, your chest is constricted, you can't breathe. That's fight or flight mode. Doing the opposite, even if you feel like you're in fight or flight, literally sends a signal to your nervous system that all is well. It's like tricking your brain into responding differently in the nervous system. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the same thing as if you're in a bad mood or you're feeling small and insecure. Maybe you've heard stand up, open your shoulders, say positive affirmations. It's the same sort of theory as that what you do, what you say, how you think, how you breathe can make drastic changes to how you feel, eventually how you think. So it's all the same concept of exercising certain muscles in the body, in the brain, to give us the tools that we can rely on in times of need and times of stress. Something that I heard this morning from a meditation teacher, which really resounded with me, was meditation practice or breath practice. It's like doing a bicep curl. Well, that's a strange analogy. Why? Doing a bicep curl, of course, strengthens your bicep. Breath practice, meditation practice is strengthening the prefrontal cortex. It's literally bringing it back into the state that it should be in, optimal health, optimal strength. So we can make those changes. We can use this work, movement, stretch, breath, meditation, to be self-prescriptive. That's actually what they were meant for. The original yogis used these yoga postures, the physical postures, to make changes eventually in the mental and emotional state, combined with meditation practice. So that all said, let's try a slow, mindful yoga sequence that can help you guys move with your breath and feel better when you need to. You don't need props. I have a yoga mat, I have a couple blocks and a strap, but you can do this on any sort of floor that you have. So, take a moment, come onto your floor, and we'll start in a posture called child's pose. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. You're going to separate your knees a little wider than your hips. And if you can comfortably touch your arms and your forehead to the floor, we're going to do that. Now you can feel yourself here in this forward folding position. folding your attention into yourself for now, carving out some personal space for yourself, especially now where you might constantly be surrounded by family with no outlet. Carving out a little space for yourself, coming back to that deep box breath. We'll start together. Breathing in, breathing out through your nose, keeping the mouth closed and the lips soft. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. 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 See if you can keep your breath deep. I will give you reminders as you come up to your hands and knees and as we start to add some movement with the breath. Inhale deeply as you arch your back here in tabletop position. Drop your belly, lift your chest, move the shoulders back away from your neck. Exhale now, tuck your chin and round your spine, lifting the belly in and up. Inhale again to arch, drop the belly, lift the chest, and exhale to round, tucking the chin and widening your upper back. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest and arch. Exhale, tuck your chin and round. Deep breath. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. Inhale, look in front of you. Walk your hands a couple inches forward to the front of your mat. From here, bring your chest over the thumbs. It's like a supported plank position. Exhale, lower down to your chest from here. Now stretch the legs straight so you're laying on your stomach, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders away from the floor, and then press into the hands and lift your chest up for what we call cobra. Cobra is a back bend. Any sort of back bending is so good for countering stress and anxiety. Why? You're opening up your chest, your heart, your lungs. Exhale, lower the chest back down to the floor. Inhale, lift back up again, extending through your spine. Feel what it's like to have that nice open chest, beautiful posture, and open back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up one more time, opening the front. And exhale, lower down. Now press into the hands and come back to your hands and knees. From your hands and knees, lift your knees up, downward dog. Downward dog is like an upside down V shape. So press your chest back towards your legs if you can. You can always work with bent knees here. Keep your head relaxed and your neck soft. And take a few deep breaths. Feel the strength here in your foundation. That's a big principle or foundation in yoga. How can we get super strong through our foundation so we can have freedom to move around, creating a nice, strong safety net, creating healthy habits that we can use to grow from, to feel good from. So feel the physical anchoring of your body here and how that translates, how you can support yourself, pressing down to lift your hips up. Inhale from here, exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Take a few steps forward to the front of your mat, and we're going to come to a forward fold position. Grab a hold of opposite elbows like a ragdoll shape. Bow your chest, shake your head left and right and up and down. We carry so much stress in the neck and shoulders, and also hips. So see if you can really release here, through the shoulders, through the neck. Feel that nice rush of blood into the head, so good for the brain. And take a few more deep breaths as you find your roots, pressing down through the feet so you feel yourself supported. From here, inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up over your head. I have to adjust my screen a little bit. As you reach your arms up over your head, can you gaze to the fingertips and really open up your chest like you did in cobra position? Feel how empowering it is just to stand up nice and tall. Inhale here, exhale, take your hands to the lower back. Roll open the shoulders again and lift your chest. Back bending. Again, so good for us because when we feel vulnerable or sad, we're usually in more of a hunched, forward folding, protective shape. So here, working to gently counter that, empower ourselves to stand up nice and tall and open through the vital organs. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale again, sweep the arms up over the head. Exhale to forward fold. Now bend your knees and step the right foot back to a basic lunge position. Okay, left foot is forward, right foot is back. You're in your basic lunge position. Now, twisting is also so good for the spine because it helps us move the synovial fluid through the back. Now, what does that mean? It helps with the central nervous system and just in general, the health of the back and the spine, which is so important for the wellness of the body and the mind. I'm here in my lunge position. My left foot is in front. My right leg is back. From here, place your right arm down and take a big, wide twist. Feel yourself as you literally wring out your visceral body, your inner body. Really good for digestion, detoxifying, any sort of twisting and opening. Even here in the twist, can you take a nice deep breath in and exhale? Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, as you lengthen, exhale, 3, 2, 1, as you soften. Inhale, come back to that plank prep position. Chest over thumbs. Exhale, lower down to your chest. Inhale, back to cobra. Chest is open, shoulders move back. Exhale, tuck toes and downward dog as your hips move back and up. Arms are strong and supportive. Belly lifts up, hips and heels push down, head and neck are relaxed. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, bend your knees and walk your feet somewhere near the top of your mat. Inhale, come back to your ragdoll position. Take a hold of opposite elbows. Exhale, forward fold. Take any tension out of the shoulders, chest, neck, and jaw. Pressing down through your feet. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up again overhead. And exhale, take your hands back to your hips. As we roll the shoulders back again in this nice open chest position, reach behind you, interlace your fingers. Once you've done that, keep the chest open and work to stretch the arms a little straighter. Any sort of shoulder stretching you can do is so good for releasing tension from the neck. Inhale here one more time. Exhale, bend your knees and come into a forward fold position. Once your head is low, shake the head again, left and right, and up and down. Let the head anchor down as you continue reaching the arms up. 3 more breaths, slowly. And 2. And 1. Exhale, place your fingertips to the floor. We're going to do the other side in the lunge. This time your left foot steps back. Knee comes down to the floor as we prepare to twist. Keep your left arm down, extend your right arm up, and come back to your nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Twisting from the waist. Inhale. And exhale. 3. Inhale. Come back to your plank prep position. Shoulders over thumbs. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, back to cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe it's a little easier at this point to open your chest. Open the heart. Exhale, child's pose, where we first started. Press the hips back to the heels. Bring your forehead to the floor. Even after the short movement practice, how do you feel? How does the breath feel? How does your body feel after movement, increased circulation, and oxygen to the brain? And so much a part of meditation is also that check-in and noticing, how am I feeling? And then taking a moment to reset. How do we do that? With simple meditation techniques. So now that we've moved and the body is more supple, let's come on to our backs and do a simple closing meditation sequence. We'll also work the breath into it again before we finish up. So you can meditate sitting down. A lot of people say, oh, well, I just fall asleep if I meditate on my back. So option 1 is sitting down in a cross-legged seat. Now, for a lot of people, sitting in this position is hard on the hips. So you can always take a yoga block or a basic pillow and sit on it. Sitting up on something is always recommended with meditation because you want your spine to be long and neutral. You don't want to meditate like this, but you want to be neutral and straight, okay? So elevating your hips always helps with that. Some people just don't feel comfortable sitting and meditating and they'd rather lay down. So your first option is to sit, and your second option is to lay on your back. And if you're laying on your back, it's sometimes nice to slide something, a bolster cushion, a roller, blocks under the legs. Okay? Wherever you are, whether you're sitting or laying on your back, bring your right hand to your belly. Allow your left arm to either rest on the floor next to you or in your lap. Without doing anything else, shift your awareness, your attention, your focus back to your breath. Doing nothing else right now, but noticing the flow of your inhales and your exhales. Feeling the air moving in through your nose and moving out. As you focus on your breath, the lips are closed and soft. The back of your jaw is slightly open, and you feel that constant rhythm, just like a wave moving in and out on the shore, ebbing and flowing. Let's put a little more emphasis now into the breath, coming back to that 3 count or box breath. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Feel the belly fill. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Pause. Continue this breath exercise by yourself. You can now place both palms in your lap or both arms on the floor, as if you still had a hand on your stomach. Keep filling and emptying the lungs with each breath. I'll give you the next minute or so to have some silence to practice this on your own. Even just over the course of 1 minute, you can make such a big difference with your slow breath work. Again, you're sending a signal to the nervous system, all is well, even if it's not. Rest, digest. If you keep doing that over and over again, your nervous system doesn't know the difference. It responds to how you breathe. Your meditation practice can be as simple as observing the breath in this way. Observing thoughts as they move in and out of your mind. Meditation is not about getting rid of thoughts. It's about noticing when they enter and then coming back to the breath work. And at first, that might seem and feel like Groundhog's Day to you. Okay, again, now I'm thinking about this issue, this problem. I'm coming back to the breath. Now I'm thinking about my to-do list. I'm coming back to the breath. Now I'm stressing about what's going to happen in the future. And now I'm coming back to what I can control, the breath. And that is literally what it is like for everyone. Over time, just like with anything else you've done, learning a new language, a musical instrument, a sport, it gets easier. Starting with the tools that we have, the breath, the movement, the meditation. So hopefully that was useful for you today. And there's a million resources, of course, online that you can turn to besides this video. In a sea of resources, it's confusing. The meditation teacher who I referred to a little earlier, who talked about the bicep curl for the brain, her name is Susie Schwartz, and she has an app called Unplug Meditation. It's like a 16-second meditation or breath work. So it's kind of like the express meditation if you're looking for something really fast and efficient. What else? There's the podcast Happier by Gretchen Rubin. That's also one that I would recommend. And then, the last thing I'll say is just working with your overall health, hygiene, diet, sleep, exercise, screen time, social media. So all the things that we know already that can spike stress and anxiety and reduce. So if I get a great night's sleep, if I eat well, if I go for a quick run, if I go to the gym, if I do yoga, of course, my anxiety is going to feel so much more manageable. And for you too. So hopefully this has been helpful for you today. And, if anyone wants to reach out, please do. My email is aubrey.lampkin@gmail.com. It's aubrey.lampkin@gmail.com. You can find me at Aubrey Yoga. That's my website, AubreyYoga. I'd love to hear from you, and thank you so much for your time.